In this season, everything is about position. My name's Maisha. I'm the Goddess Flame. This is the Kingdom State of Mind. I provide intuitive justice through enlightenment, clarity, and confirmation through energy. And I'm telling you, when this message hits you, whether you're watching the live or you're watching via replay, every season or in this season, it's about position. Okay. So that's not going to be for everybody. I think that's going to be for those of you that resonate with this. Okay. So Spirit could be saying every season, like whenever you're watching this, we're going to see how the cards come out, but this is definitely the energy of positioning. Okay. Um, in this season is what I really want to say, but Spirit keep having it come out that every season. So I feel like those of you that are listening to the message now and moving forward, every season from this point on will be about positioning. So I wrote out exactly what I mean. And as we get into the reading, I'm going to kind of dive into this, but this is the energy of position. So this is a timeless message, whether you're watching this live or you're watching a replay of this is definitely going to be about position. If you're in a job, okay, if you have a position in an employment, okay, if you have a business, okay, if you have a marriage, a community situation, relationship, and or situation, I want you to think in terms of positioning, okay? So we're going to dive in and see what Spirit is saying regarding this message. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. You resonate, all right, and hype this up, okay? Yeah, something about positioning, all right? So there could be something significant about you, collective, when it comes to your position. And like I said, I did get a download. So as we get into the reading and more people pop in, I'll tell you guys what I'm picking up. But let's just go ahead and get into the beginning of the energy reading. You guys, my messages are timeless. So whenever you click on this, it's meant for you to hear this message. All right. There's no gender in tarot. So I could be saying masculine, but it could very well be a feminine energy. Again, it's up to you to use your discernment. Remember, your engagement is really what helps me pick up on the energy. So if you're somebody that really wants to become a part of this community because you like the intuitive justice readings that I do, remember that your engagement is important. The more you like, share, subscribe, donate, give, okay, is more that you know, engage and allow me to pick up on your energy. It gives me permission to pick up on your energy as well. All right. I don't know if this is going to be a message for you or if this is going to be a message for somebody in your energy, but I'm definitely hearing position. All right, definitely hearing position. If Spirit wanted me to make sure I made this relevant, I am an equal opportunity reader. Okay, so it doesn't matter what side you fall on. Okay, I provide equal opportunity readings. So I'm not going to be biased unless you are just an evil person. All right, I don't care what team you on. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care, you know, what part of the diaspora you are from. That's not my thing. Okay, I just care if you're a good or evil person. Let's get into this reading. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors of the highest white light, please allow me to channel only the messages of the highest white light. Anything not of the highest white light, please close and shut that door respectfully. Archangel Michael, please protect my energy and the energy of my loved ones as I channel this message. Lord have mercy, my hands are ashy. I wash my hands a lot. We got abundance that flipped out, okay? Literally flipped out. I also seen alchemy, okay? So this is this season, this energy of abundance, okay? But when I say abundance, I'm telling you, in order for you to maintain this, like, I'm getting like needing to be grounded. I'm getting like needing to understand your position. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm picking up okay, so I'm just hearing the Nicki Minaj's lyrics to Hard White. You know, I never had to play a pole position. You know what I'm saying? This is all about positioning at this time. And I feel like a lot of people through their decisions have established what their positions are. Okay. I'm channeling at this moment because I'm even getting that some people now want to switch positions. Some people now want to switch lanes. Some people now either wish they wouldn't have made the decision that they made or they wish they can switch positions, switch lanes, okay? And the reason I'm getting that is because we are in the season of the position. So many of you that chose, you made a decision, you took a stance on wherever you're going to be at. I feel like you have been through some type of experience of mastery. You have mastered this position that you are in. So let me tell you what I'm picking up. It says, first of all, let me just make this disclaimer. I don't have to like you to respect you. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear that. Maybe you're somebody that cross watches me. Maybe you're one of those bitter bitches and bitter bums. I just want to establish some ground rules here. I don't have to like you to respect you. You know, I am a very respectful person. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't like you, that what is what makes me an equal opportunity reader. Okay. Next, let me let you know here. This is what I was picking up. A lot of women are threatened by women only when they are out of position. Okay. Let me just say that again. A lot of women are threatened by other women only when they're out of position. Okay, let me explain. Women who master their position know it can't be taken. Okay, let me just tell you that no one can do it like you. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like who I'm talking to is either masculine or feminine energies. You have to understand that the only reason you feel a kind of way in your current situation, relationship, position is because you're out of position. Okay, so I don't know why Spirit was giving me this. I haven't even pulled the cards yet, so let's go ahead and keep going. Women who master their position know it can't be taken. No one can do it like them, period. Okay, in any given situation, whether this is work, marriage, relationships, systems, it doesn't matter. You know, a person who is secure in their position has mastered that position. That is why a lot of men don't understand why women don't give no fucks about who you're dating, who you lay with every day, whose bills you're paying, who you're making money with. You understand what I'm saying? These are non-factors when you know your position. And whatever that is for you, the people in your energy or whoever energy that you are in, women and men who have mastered their position and who owns their position are not threatened by you guys. Okay, others of you that don't get that, you're really just insecure. At the end of the day, you're insecure if you're dealing with a woman who feels like her position is threatened, feels like what you and her have, whether this is work, relationship, marriage, situationships, communities, friendships, it don't matter. Any woman that is threatened by another woman is out of her position or don't know her position or has not mastered her position. She's not a threat to any of us, okay? Because we know what we've came here to society to do, sir, ma'am. You know, once a woman and a man establish what their role and purpose is in this universe, in this life, it doesn't matter anybody else. We're going to master our position in this world, in this universe. Everybody else is just insecure. We understand that. We understand? So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to positioning. I want you to understand. I want you to be clear because going forward here on this channel, I don't want to have to separate the two constantly. I don't want to have to deal with insecure feminine energies and masculine energies who don't understand position. You guys should be getting in position at this time. You guys should be mastering your position at this time, not feeling threatened by people who have mastered theirs. Okay, let me move on. The rest of you are just insecure. Either way, I want you here. Either way, I have a service to help you get out of and moving on to those situations. We've all been insecure. We've all been out of position. Okay, so I'm giving you some realistic game here, really, really, honestly, respectfully. Okay, I'm really giving you guys $1 million worth of game, especially if you are feminine energy and you're dealing with a masculine. If you know your position, you cannot be threatened, vice versa. Okay, we need to have this established, you guys, because as we move forward, this season is all about position. So I'm very interested to see what the Holy Spirit is going to bring out in this message. I think I've said enough. I'm gonna clip this. I'm also going to do videos on this because it dropped in my spirit. I think there's a high level of insecurities running around with masculines and feminines when you motherfuckers don't want to get in position. Get in your position and master that shit and stay in your lane. All right. And then there's no threat. Okay. Because then you become irreplaceable. My name is Maisha. I'm the Goddess Flame. I provide intuitive justice, enlightenment, clarity, and energy readings for you motherfuckers here. It's like a blind person that reads Braille and translates it for you. I'm going to pick up what's in the energy and I'm going to come here Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to read the energy. And today is position. First card out is abundance. Why wouldn't it be? When you know your position and you've mastered your position, why wouldn't abundance be the next stage, right? The experience, the life lessons, the movement through life. We talk about the wands, like the nine of wands, overcoming stumbling blocks, adversities, obstacles. Those are experiences that help you build up mastery. Mastery. Mastering oneself for this purpose that you have. So we have abundance out here. And I'm not surprised. And Spirit said overflow of abundance. And look at that. So I got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I hate fucking talking about relationships, but I guess I'm going to be the one to help save some of y'all's relationships. Okay. Like really, or either help dismantle some of these motherfucking relationships out here. Okay. So whoever I'm talking to, you guys have a loyal type of situation, connection, relationship. It says trustworthy friendship, has your best interest. Okay. Caring connection. This could have been after your heartbreak, you know, this could have been something you're getting over. Okay. Yeah. Planting the seeds. Okay. Period. Tree of life. After dancing with the devil. Yeah. Cause look, when you was dancing with that devil, nothing that you was touching was turning to gold. Cause old dude was lost, out of position. Listen, divine feminine, you can't deal with no man that's out of position. So that's what I feel like here. We're talking about relationships, friendships, whether this is, listen, this could even be your job for those of you that are employers or employed. Okay. You can't deal with people who are out of position, dancing with the devil, because everything's going to fail. This is hella business. Okay. I mean, if you know business, if you don't know business, you can always book a one-on-one with me as well. All right. For blueprint information on building a solid business. But let me tell you something. When you dancing with the devil out here, your business is not even going to thrive. Why? Because people are not in position, child. Okay? So whoever I'm picking up, divine feminine, divine masculine, dancing with the devil, everything that you touch was failing because you was lost, right? Because you wasn't in your purpose, in your position. So I think the message today that we can really anticipate is for those of you that are looking to build abundance, those of you that are looking to have an overflow, those that are you that are looking for loyal people in your lives, loyal friends, okay? People that are going to contribute to you, all right? Then we can definitely attribute to position. Okay, period. So we definitely got a connection out here, some type of relationship or something like that here, child. I think I got one oracle deck, so I know I ain't gonna be on here long, child. I only got one oracle, one tarot deck. Okay, so I know I ain't gonna be on here too long. I'm gonna go give me a pickle from 7-Eleven, child. Y'all know I've been off them pickles. Who's pregnant, honey? Because I've been off them fucking pickles, child. I'm gonna give me a pickle from 7-Eleven, child. Woo, I can taste it right now, and I'm gonna give me two. Fuck it. What's up, essentials? Somebody's pregnant or something, girl. Anyway, let's look into this. We got loyalty out here. Somebody here, there's abundance around you, child. Somebody's in position. Because that's what I heard, child. Mm. I feel like this is a masculine who knows his motherfucking position. Take it as it resonates, child. Could be a feminine, child. Play your position, baby. Play your motherfucking position. Give me the loyalty energy here. That shit is a turn on. Okay, period. Okay. I'm getting a football. I'm getting football. Like when I said that, when I said play your position and in my third eye, like I seen somebody like really on the field, football, like pow, pow. Period. Okay, period. Loyalty. Tell me about this energy. Ace of Pentacles. This is an opportunity for whoever you are. When your heart was broken, you still remain solid. Or this person's heart is broken and they're still remaining solid here. Ace of Pentacles, somebody wants to give you a gift, child. We love gifts. We love gifts. Opportunity, child. This could be an opportunity too, because the Ace of Pentacles signifies opportunity. So this could be also an opportunity, a gift, opportunity. What's the Ace of Pentacles here, child? Somebody didn't give in the past. Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is some type of opportunity to pay a debt. This is an opportunity for have some strings attached. This is somebody here. What's the Six of Pentacles? You want some string? What's this Six of Pentacles in reverse, child? Ace of Cups. This is like a contract, right? This is what I'm picking up. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles with the loyalty here. This is like somebody put claiming their position. I'm telling you, that's all the fuck I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody's claiming their position. Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups. And we like to see the Ace of Pentacles along with the Ace of Cups. You know, we like to see that. We like to see the gift, the opportunity, the finance with the love, you know, because we know that men who don't put in no finances don't give no fucks about nobody. Women who don't give you no finances or something like that don't really give no fucks about you either, or something like that. 'Cause that's what I'm getting. Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups, you know. You know, I just been a firm believer that men take care of who they love. Men take care of what they love. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm getting here with this loyalty energy. Somebody is getting ready to take position here. And maybe the heartbreak is, okay, that this person didn't or couldn't, okay, give you something in the past with the heartbreak, Six of Pentacles in reverse, you know. Somebody wasn't fair, somebody didn't do something in the past. This could have been somebody that you were with in the past too. What's this heartbreak, child? Y'all know I don't deal with that heartbreak shit. You know, when it comes to once you fuck up, the price goes up. Okay, so let me see, because they over here in my energy, and when I'm reading, you know, when I'm reading the energy, it's my rules. So heartbreak energy here, you know, I'm a firm believer that you should never be someone that has to continuously deal with people that break your heart. That's with this loyalty energy here with the heartbreak. Who's getting ready to be loyal to having their heart broken, child? I don't know. Well, yeah, I do know a few. Then I do know a few. Now I know a few bitches that will stay around and stick around with a motherfucker. Okay, so let me see, because you know that's not our motto. Our motto is not allowing somebody to show you more than once that they ain't loyal, you know? So this it's obvious here that this person didn't give in the past, Six of Pentacles here. And now they want to bring you a gift and possibly profess their love. Okay. King of Swords in reverse. Somebody was playing mind games. Somebody was playing, you know, somebody could have been abusing their power and behind the scenes, you know, when it came to this connection. So this is an ex here. Or this is somebody that you know at one time they could have abused their power. They could have been controlling. They could have been manipulative here. All these cards are in reverse, child. But this person wants to give that up. This person wants to give up their controlling ways, their manipulative ways. They want to give up the mind games. They want to give up this misuse of power if they have some here. This person is exhausted and they are overwhelmed. So I feel like this is somebody here who was throwing in the white flag for whatever reasons. I'm going to try to see here. Somebody here could be throwing in the white flags when it comes to you here. Lord have mercy. I don't like white flags. I'll be ready to beef forever. I don't like white flags, but somebody's throwing up the white flag. So we got to see. I got to make sure these cards are correct, though. Even when broken, you remain solid. To somebody that broke your heart? I'm trying to pull it together, y'all. You have to give me a second. I'm trying to pull it the fuck together. Because people really it's the audacity for me. It be the audacity. Let me let these cards marinate for a second. This is, let's see. What's the story here behind this person? Six of Pentacles in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me the story here. Tell me the story here. This Ace of Pentacles. This person ain't lost no more. So this was somebody that went to dance with the devil, because y'all seen the Y'all seen the first set of the cards that came out. Somebody here went to dance with the devil, but nothing that they touched worked. Everything backfired. Now somebody here is not lost anymore. They're not confused anymore. They're not misled anymore. They're not looking for acceptance for other people. This person is saying it's divine timing. It's time that I take control of my life. It's time that I play checkers in my own life. And as you can see, even with this particular card, it's about position. So this is definitely bringing me to this energy of positioning. Just like I said, somebody here that is in your energy collective, or this is you, is ready to take position on their chessboard. It's their chessboard because it's their life. It's their recognition that they didn't give to you when they should have. They didn't make something fair. This is somebody in their life acknowledging that they abused their power. This is a character. Okay, I heard somebody is getting their character together because this is a character assassination. Somebody here is assassinating their own character, evaluating their own self, as to what they did do. And they're taking position here with the divine time. And somebody is taking position, all right, on their chessboard. Again, heavy, this is not your chessboard. This is somebody's chessboard who is claiming loyalty to you. For some of you, this could have been somebody who broke your heart, didn't give to you, didn't make something fair, could have been manipulative, okay? Masculine or feminine. Now somebody wants to give you a gift. Divine timing. Somebody's playing chess, though. They're getting in position. And I like it, Somebody is saying, okay, my position is to be loyal to you, be a friend to you, you know, um, support you, have your back here. This is a caring connection, okay? This could be a friendship, but it's somebody taking that position. So you're going to have to use your discernment when it comes to this energy. If you are somebody here on the flip side, you could be somebody that wants to take position when it comes to you. You could be somebody that wants to play a position in someone's life. You want to be loyal to somebody. You want to support somebody. You want to be a friend to somebody. This time, this season, you feel like it would be in your best interest when it comes to your chessboard. And the reason that I'm saying this is because we cannot act like, right? We cannot act like it's not okay to take inventory of what's best for you in your own life. I would respect any man or woman that actually took the time to evaluate what benefit I would be on their chessboard in their life, rather than someone who didn't see any value in me playing on their chessboard. So the reason I'm emphasizing it as this is the person's life, or if you're this person, your life, is because this is somebody who has taken and weighed up the cost of connecting and being loyal to you on their chessboard. That means they can make plays on their chessboard that works for them, with them being loyal to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody's chessboard cannot involve being loyal to someone else, especially when there's other players on the chessboard. Respectfully, this is game. I'm going to give you a little bit of it, okay? I can't give it all, but I will give you a little bit, okay? People that have already set up their game, their chessboard, cannot play a position with someone else when it doesn't benefit their chessboard, others in their life. Whoever I'm picking up on, their loyalty loyalty to you benefits the whole game, benefits the whole play. Okay? That's what I'm saying here. Yeah, look, because somebody knows you're coming up. I told you, this is somebody who is assessing, they are thinking about the value of having a contract with you of loyalty, friendship, support. They are accessing the assets, the value of you having a position on their board. And whoever this person is, Phoenix Rising, they know you are on the come up. They know you are somebody that can rise above the ashes, rise above things that have come to stop you, stumbling blocks. Somebody has weighed up the cost. Somebody also knows you have ancestral and spiritual protection. And I think I said this yesterday on a different platform. I said, we got a lot of men and women in the 3D who only got 3D benefits, right? Yeah, you can get a loan. Yeah, I think I said this yesterday. Yeah, you can walk in there and get a loan. You can walk in there and accumulate a lot of debt. You understand? Because that's what a lot of these women and men live in, debt. They have mortgages, they have loans, they have 3D debt. But like I told people, there's always alignment, 5D and 3D. It has to be alignment. If you have debt in the 3D, you've accumulated debt in the 5D. You understand? So somebody here, the reason I'm bringing this up is because somebody has assessed your debt, not just in this 3D realm, but all realms. They see, damn, despite what you go through in life, there is something far greater protecting you, supporting you, because you've been able to rise above normal things that takes others out. You got to have some type of ancestral protection, because we did see that. I put it back in here. You understand? Somebody has weighed up the cost on the chessboard. And I don't think a lot of men and women really think like that. I don't think a lot of men really think like that. See, they only analyze things from a 3D perspective. Yeah, somebody has good credit. Yeah, somebody can get a loan and they can do this in the 3D. But whoever I'm speaking to, they know your abundance is not tied to 3D. You're going to call abundance in by way of other elements and realms. Yeah, I'm going too deep for some of y'all. So this is kind of some understanding for you guys moving forward, because remember, we heard position, right? Some of you have position in other realms. You have ranking in other realms. You have favor in other realms. Position is everything. And in order to have ancestral legacy positioning and other realm positioning, you have to be purified. There are some requirements and some characteristics to you being aligned with different realms. Just like there are characteristics with you being aligned to get a good loan, to get a federal grant, to get good credit, right? There are characteristics that you need in society that will allow you to have access to certain type of benefits. It's just like that in the different realms. You see? Yeah. Yeah. That's why somebody here has weighed up the cost and feels like being loyal to you is sufficient for their chessboard. Come through, Spirit. Tell me. This is why somebody said, okay, this is an opportunity. This is something that's true. This is something from the divine. This is something of value. Okay? Why is this energy saying that? Because you have a bond with the ancestors. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. And somebody's exhausted. Somebody's out here tired. Somebody has exhausted all ways, opportunities they need further assistance. It popped this right here, bond popped right here on the 7 of Wands in reverse. Some of these people are bound to by the 7 of Wands in reverse. They're bound to exhaustion. They're bound. They got children, they got family, they got kids, they got a lot going on. Look, somebody's exhausted. Somebody needs more than 3D assistance. Somebody been doing it the 3D way quite a while. hmm Somebody needs some motherfucking assistance. Look at the generation with the fucking Phoenix rising. Yeah, take this message lightly if you want to today, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Y'all ain't got to listen to me. I don't give a fuck. You ain't got to listen to me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Somebody's tired, exhausted. They've been doing it the 3D way for a long. I mean, they don't got to listen to me. Because I know what I know, baby. You understand? Somebody knows that you are bound, and this is a whole message right here. This right here with the bond to the Father, this is with the generational wealth. This is a whole message. I just sent my friend a fucking video. This has said so much. I'm gonna try to give it to y'all, but I ain't gonna give y'all a whole lot because the game is to be sold, and I be giving y'all a lot, and y'all don't give me nothing. But I'm gonna give you a little bit. Do you see the building blocks here? Uh huh. The mothers are tied to the building blocks. Okay. It's the mother through the belly system, the children through the mother's belly system that ties them to certain benefits, ancestral legacies. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Listen, and the father's love. The spirit said, I will turn the hearts of the father back to the children. That's what spirit said. I will turn the hearts of the fathers back to the children. It's a lot going on in this energy. This is again why we're talking about position. We're talking about position. I will turn the hearts of the fathers back to the children. Isn't that a position? Isn't that a position? I will restore the systematic matriarchy, like the children tied to the belly. That gives certain ancestral rights. And this is what's going to build generational wealth. The rest of y'all gonna have to keep working really hard, and you're gonna have to keep your credit clear, and you have to pay all the motherfucking bills on time. And I'm talking about don't miss not one motherfucking bill, because then your credit gets messed up. So that means you gotta work really, really hard, because y'all have to make sure you don't miss those dates for the motherfucking debt that you accumulated, so that you can maintain that. But others of people here, what they need to do is the fathers need to turn their hearts back to the children, and the women need to remember the bond and rise above, okay, the stumbling blocks that society has created for them, and they need to tap into their inheritance, their spiritual and wealth inheritance, because it's a wealth transfer that's about to happen. The rest of y'all gonna need to walk in the bank, and y'all gonna need to sign papers and forge papers for some of y'all, and do the shit that y'all do. For others of you, you just gonna get in position. Okay. For others of you, you're gonna get in position. And that's what somebody is realizing here. That it's better to be in a loyal position on the chessboard in the golden era. There's so much going on here. This is the golden era. It's best to be in position. Okay. Yeah. So this is what somebody's deciding, that loyalty to you satisfies the position of generational wealth, right? Because fathers' hearts should be turned back to the children, and the mothers should be bonded, or the mothers are bonded to the land. Okay. The mothers are bonded to the land. Okay. That's what I'm seeing here. Somebody here, weigh it up, weigh up the cost. Do you want to manipulate this opportunity? Do you want to take this opportunity of position? Do you want your position at this time to be a master manipulator? Do you want your position at this time to be somebody that abuses their power? Do you want at this particular time somebody to be a fake, a fraud, especially when the ancestors is involved? That's what somebody's going to have to be deciding out here. And unfortunately for somebody here, that's what somebody is weighing up the cost here, because there's abundance out here and there's an overflow out here. Somebody could sense it, and it has a lot to do with a phoenix rising. Whoever counted you out couldn't count. Whoever counted you out couldn't count, because you overcoming something here. And it definitely has to do, I'm telling you now, it has to do with you being bound to this land. I just did a reading. I think I put it in the membership section. If not, it's on my other platform, where I talked about you've done enough. This entity will do the work, the rest of the work. What entity? Mother Earth. because you're tied to the land. Some of y'all, y'all wombs, y'all bellies, your ancestral bloodlines is tied to the land, children. Some of y'all, y'all got more ties to the motherfucking banks. Y'all got more ties to the matrix system than you do your own ancestors. Child, and the ancestors is tied to the land. The banks ain't tied to the land. The motherfucking uh credit system ain't tied to the land, the government. All that came after. All of that came after. The land was here first. So many of us that operate on a different playing field than some of you bitter bitches and bitter bums, we understand that we need to be in position spiritually so we can stay tied to the land, because that's how we're going to be provided for, and that's how we're going to be protected, because all this shit's crumbling. All this shit's crumbling right around our face. The dollar's crumbling, the bank systems is crumbling, the government system, DEI is crumbling, DHS crumbling, DEA, I mean, they crumbling. So y'all don't want to be tied, so y'all don't want to be energetically tied to the oldest, greatest system that ever existed way before all those systems, because y'all don't want to listen, and y'all think that somehow the American dollar is God, child, please. I was just saying that y'all want us to be jealous of all the debt that y'all have accumulated. Y'all want us to be jealous of all the money that you flaunt that you know you got to pay back on the 1st and the 15th. The lease payments that you have, the car payments that you have, the insurance payments that you have every month. Again, accumulated debt. Y'all want us somehow to be so jealous of all the debt that y'all have accumulated, and y'all have not made one invested in connecting with the land, y'all. I cannot. I cannot. Y'all don't know what land your ancestors owned. Y'all don't know what treaties existed when your ancestors was. Y'all don't know nothing that's covering y'all, nothing about the Constitution that protects you and your family. All you do know is old girl got a good credit score, and all you do know is do drive this and drive that. We going into whole different currencies where energy is currency, where land is going to be currency, and y'all still out here trying to convince us to buy real estate on land that you don't even own. Really? We really not going to be common sense out here, that we are not living in 2008, 2009, 2010, where the real estate market maybe even mattered and create a nice little boom. Y'all still want us to go out and buy homes and condos on shit on land that you don't own, and forfeit in that when you are tied to the land automatically, bitch. And somehow you want us to understand and be jealous of y'all for walking in a mortgage company asking permission for a house that don't even sit on a piece of land that you own, instead of you coming into connection with the land that you really do own. Baby, we can't do this. I can't compete with y'all. I can't argue with y'all. I can't do none of that. This is more than a phoenix or a person rising above their current situation. This is generally a rebirth, a reincarnation. This is a do-over. This is a redemption. This is the ancestors coming back to restore originality. This is big. Of course, somebody said, I need to be loyal to this. I can see that this can work on my chessboard. This is a golden era. We're doing something else. Why? Because somebody's exhausted. Somebody has done it every which way that I'm talking about. Somebody has been out here paving the foot to ground, doing what they need to do, and stuff hasn't accumulated the way that they thought. Where's the abundance? Where's the overflow, for real? People are working really, really, really hard to get and stay ahead. When it's time to get in the overflow, okay, somebody wants you on their chessboard. Let's talk about it. I cannot make this shit up. Look, diamond in the rough. Somebody sees you as a diamond in the rough. You got to be able to have the eye for the diamonds. Imagine those that be up in those mines, mining for diamonds, not being able to recognize a diamond in all that dirt. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being in those fields and claiming to be somebody that's a professional, claiming to know when you see a diamond, and you're in there, you're out there, but you don't even see the slight glisten from the diamond hiding amongst the rubble, you know? And that's who you are. Some of you guys don't even know that you are the diamond in the rough. And maybe this person didn't realize that for themselves. Maybe they didn't consider themselves worthy of nothing. So they was doing it the only way that they know how. This lost boy or person collective. If you're this feminine here and this is a masculine who could have broke your heart, maybe this person didn't consider themselves valuable with the diamond in the rough, one of a kind, until they were put under pressure, you know? Yeah, maybe this person didn't know what to look for when it came to you, you know? Because this person was lost themselves. Look, they didn't see what you was going to evolve into, collective. It's a made woman out here. Akashic Records. This was all a part of the plan from day one. Why? Because you tied to the land. The Akashic Records is the oldest living record book. It exists far more than any of the records that the Catholics have or the government have. The Akashic Records was always written that you would be a made man, made woman, period. I'm telling you here. And no crystals, you understand? No white magic, no dark magic, no warlock, no witch could have gotten you this. I'm trying to tell you here. I'm telling you, only way that you're going to get to your Akashic records is if you break free into your ancestral legacy. This is ancestral legacy, y'all. I mean, this is a spiritual inheritance. This is a generational inheritance. This is the generational wealth transfer that we're coming into, you guys. And a lot of y'all are not going to be able to get into it because y'all still bound. You still bound by 3D expectations of what others think. You still bound by 3D expectations of what wealth is. You're still bound by 3D expectations of what you see is what you get. You're not tied to this. Y'all got to get tied to this. Get in position. Whoever I'm talking to is in position. They didn't broke free or they're breaking free. Free from bondage, mind, body, and soul. Don't nobody give a fuck about that 3D shit. When you tapping into the ancestral gold and wealth, when you tapping into the ancestral gold and wealth, you be a fool to be out here selling your family short for coins and dimes and pennies when you have a whole motherfucking inheritance that's bigger than anything that you would imagine. But I know some of y'all that really do. Y'all sell y'all family and friends out for coins, pennies on the dollar, not even realizing that was to get you to sell out from the big wealth transfer. But I ain't got time to talk to you about that today because we staying focused in our position. We ain't gonna let nobody trick us out our position. But many of y'all have let people trick y'all out y'all position for positions and coins according to 3D, not even understanding that it's best for you to be aligned 5D, 3D, owing nobody because you're supernaturally protected. You're supernaturally governed. Miracles. You're going to get it by a miracle. People are going to be like, damn, how did she? How did he? Because you're not tied to this system. This system didn't exist when it was written about you, about your inheritance. Yeah, they can try to delay it, but they can't stop this, baby. Somebody said, yeah, I want to play. I respect that. So let's see how this person's going to play. I respect that. I respect this. I respect it. Yeah. It's going to take a miracle for us to get this generational wealth. It's going to take a miracle for us to get this generational wealth. Because if it was really meant for us to have, it would have been had it a long time ago. So for those of you that feel like it's a miracle out here, it's out here. I'm just telling you here. Let me see. I want to see how this person is going to play the game. Tell us about this divine timing energy. Hey, David, you could book a one-on-one. It should be in the description, okay? Or a follow-up. Let me see. How's this person going to do? What's the divine timing here for this person? This energy? Divine timing. Look, it's time for you this person's going through a spiritual awakening, period. You see the butterfly? That's a metamorphosis. You understand? That's a change. Somebody's changing. It says something has activated you. Somebody got activated. Hell yeah. Collective, you didn't have activated somebody. I'm telling you, you didn't activated somebody's karma. You didn't activated somebody. And they're getting their good karma. I'm telling you, divine love. See, when the right person gets in position, when the right person gets in position, child, it says karma. This could be good or bad. What seeds did you plant? when the right person gets into position, somebody, you planted a seed in somebody and they activated you. Now you got divine love, balance. Somebody got activated. Maybe their karma activated them. Somebody could have went through something. They got activated, child. And this is not a butterfly. This is a moth, I think. Somebody here could have had a child. All right, so we could be dealing with a masculine who has a child on the way, or a child. Yeah, this says family here. Their karma is their family that they had. Okay, this taught this person some wisdom here. Somebody could have had a child. Spirit said that's their karma. Their karma here is that family. Damn, what the fuck? That's mean. That's mean. Let me see. So I said, what's this person's game? What's this person's divine timing? It was divine timing for that person to reap some karma. It was divine timing for that person to get karma, to reap karma. And the karma is something. Let's see what this card, I don't want to say, yeah, look. Somebody had a family by somebody, or they have a family member, or they have family that they're trying to move on from. I'm just letting y'all know here. I mean, I ain't no encourager of y'all leaving y'all family or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I said, what is this game this person is going to play? And I seen, child or something. Father's love. Somebody had a baby. Somebody had a baby by somebody and they leaving. They leaving. They out of there. Okay? They out of there. Somebody's moving on. Okay? I'm just telling you. Somebody is moving on. They've had some type of spiritual awakening that this is karma. Being with this person, being around this person, doing this, or this has resulted in this person's karma. That's fucked up. Damn. Because it said, what seeds did you plant? Somebody had a baby by somebody here. And that's your motherfucking karma. That's your karma. Okay? Yep. Somebody's moving on though. Okay? Spiritual awakening. Something has activated you. Because somebody's releasing this fear, repressing these emotions. Okay, somebody had a lot of inner conflict. This is what somebody's being activated and awakening to. Okay, somebody here could be suppressing their feelings, not showing how they feel about you, collective, or to this person they have a family with. The Two of Cups. Somebody's wanting to give you an offer and manifest, taking action. You guys having a new beginning here. They want to give unto you. So, somebody here had a baby elsewhere or has a family elsewhere. Somebody could have got somebody else pregnant. Y'all don't use protection or nothing out here, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's how I know a lot of y'all. That's how I know a lot of y'all don't know nothing about y'all ancestors. Y'all don't know nothing about, because ain't no way you be that free with your seed if you know that your mama is tied to the land. Y'all wouldn't just freely be out there putting a seed in every woman if you knew and respected your ancestors. Because now each one of those children and they baby, the mother, and the mother's family also now has ties to your ancestors' land. You see, I'm telling y'all don't even really see it. Y'all don't even really see it. Y'all got a lot of kids. And each one of those kids and the mothers of those kids and anybody associated with the mothers, they kids, all now have access to your spiritual inheritance and your land. Feel me? That's why we don't do no whole bunch of kids unless we married or something. That's why majority of the men that you see have multiple babies by one woman. They understand that. They understand. One woman, yeah. Multiple children, boom, yes. Right? Because that's your child's mother and all the children will have ties to the land. So what we're seeing is we see a lot of men that be having putting a lot of babies in one woman, or maybe they have two wives. You know, one of the guys that I follow, he has a couple of wives. You know, he has two wives. You know, and he gonna put a bunch of babies in them two women. That's it. He ain't going out here dropping no seeds and a bunch of women. Ain't happening. And it's because these men know their seed are tied to their mother's land. Okay. I'm just giving y'all some game. You know, y'all don't appreciate my game and everything, but I'm just here to give you a little bit, not too much. Okay. And I wish the best for you all because I am an equal opportunity reader and I do provide clarity, enlightenment, and confirmation to what you could be picking up on. Don't forget, you guys can always book a one-on-one. Okay, you get an ancestral reader to try to determine a little bit more about your land rights, about the treaties that cover you and your ancestors, or you just having a blueprint. You just having a blueprint. You know what the fuck is going on out here and not being lost in the sauce. Okay, somebody's karma here is definitely this family here that they created. Why is this person looking at this energy like karma? This is what activated, like, oh no, why is this person looking at this family? Okay, I heard family member. So this could be a family member. Don't have to be somebody they have a family with. It could be somebody that they have that's a family member. I heard family member. All right, tell me. Yeah, this is somebody, Three of Cups. They don't like Three of Cups in reverse. These are people who party heavy. So whoever they had a family by or whoever they're currently surrounded by, they overindulge. They do a lot of partying, hanging out. Three of Cups in reverse. Spirit is saying they gossip a lot. This is a threes of crowd situation. And as you know, that doesn't work well when somebody's been activated. Once somebody has been truly activated or actually goes through a spiritual awakening, they don't want to do the things that they used to do. That is how you're going to tell who has had an activation, who is spiritually awakened and transformed by them not being attracted no longer to the things that they used to do. So somebody here with the Three of Cups in reverse, overindulgence, heavily partying. This is the energy that they are surrounded by or that they was around, you know? And they're trying to move on from that. Okay, yeah, and they in their head about it. Conflict here. Nine of Swords. It's a conflict. They have an anxiety. Somebody that they live with could like to go out all the time, hang out, overindulge, drink. Okay, or this could be a group of people that they hang around with. Okay, but this person is definitely trying to transition because they've had a spiritual awakening. Oh, about a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, child. Hello, Black Goat. Hello, Black Goat. Yes, some type of clarity came out. This is somebody's wife, child, somebody's committed partner, somebody's baby mother, child. Somebody's going through a spiritual awakening, you know, and so thank you, Holy Spirit, because this is bringing me back to what I said. So if this is somebody's like baby mother, or if this is a group of people that a person hangs out with, position is everything. Okay, so you know, as this person is growing, as this person has accepted that they have a bigger calling, these people aren't shifting their positions or bettering in their position or elevated in their position. Their position is they yeah, their position, like now they don't know how to play their position, you know? Okay, if this energy is no longer wanting to indulge and party and you're this person's family or you're this person's friends, can you adapt? You understand? Because the position here is family, baby mama, baby father. The position here is friends. The position here is brothers, whatever. You can't adapt. You got the position. You can't adapt. That's what I'm seeing here with the Three of Cups in reverse. This is a group of people that somebody used to party with and hang out with that can't adapt. They're gossiping. They're talking. They can't adapt. You in position though. You in position, but you're not adapting. There's no mastery here. There's no expansion here. This is not a bad thing that somebody is awakening. Okay, somebody has been activated. Let's talk about it. Thank you. Look, Eight of Pentacles. So this is a workplace environment. Okay, so these are people in this person's workplace. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles, these are co-workers. These are people that, and this is a group of people here. They're karmics in the workplace. So what do we have? Okay, if this person is in a leader position, we have trouble. Look, Hierophant at the bottom of the work at the bottom of the deck. If this person is in a leadership position, one thing we're gonna have is trouble. Because if the boss is activating and shifting, then everybody else needs to learn how to follow that. Okay, so we got a problem out here with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. This could be somebody that's in a position, the position Hierophant to that's looking at something here. So y'all gonna need to be making some adaptations. You're gonna be need to adapt. But remember, y'all got the position. The ball is in your court now. I'm an equal opportunity reader. My name's Maisha. All right, just to let you know, I'm the goddess flame. I provide intuitive clarity, intuitive justice by giving you some enlightenment. Somebody here is a big dog. Okay, Hierophant energy. They're tapped in, they're activated, they're going through a spiritual awakening. They don't want to party no more. They don't want to indulge in that life no more. Actually, they want to play a chess game. They want to win. And winning causes them to want to be loyal now. And we know that y'all have a position of overindulging and not being loyal to anybody. But what happens when the one that wants to be loyal? What are y'all gonna do? So what are these people gonna do? Okay, Three of Cups in reverse. What are they gonna do, honey? Because the boss said what they said, or the big dog said what he said. What's going on, child? Three of Cups in reverse, child. Thank you, Spirit. Hangman, perspective, letting go. Somebody's like, okay, y'all gotta go. Change, release. Somebody gonna be sacrificed. 6 6 as I say that. Somebody's gonna be sacrificed. Y'all gonna get the fuck out. Bye. If you're not playing your position, mastering your position for expansion and elevation, you're gonna be gone. You got to go. That's what it is. The Three of Cups in reverse with the Hangman. I mean, this is just the chess, never checkers. We're not playing any other game. We're playing chess here. Somebody's setting up their chessboard, and there's a group of people y'all overindulge. When somebody's trying to win, imagine you guys surrounded by people, soul family, Three of Cups in reverse, around people who overindulge at your moment when you're trying to win. Because we saw divine timing. It's divine timing for an opportunity. There's an opportunity for somebody here that you have a position around, and y'all want to overindulge and y'all want to play. You're out of position. So let me tell y'all what I said again, just in case you're just tapping in, because this is what Spirit gave me. Okay, a lot of men and women are threatened by men and women only when they're out of position. Women who master or men who master their position know it can't be taken. No one can do it like you. That's in any given situation, work, marriage, relationships, and or systems. The rest are just insecure. So these people are out of position because they're out of position. This person could be analyzing, okay, are they out of position because they don't understand what I'm going through in my activation, that I'm growing? Or are they out of position because they're insecure and they can't handle how I'm setting up my chessboard? Because either way, that's a problem. If you got some insecure people with hidden feelings around you on your chessboard, that's a vulnerability and that's a threat. That's a liability. Can we just be real? I'm giving you a little bit of game. I know y'all don't like me giving it to you because you rather for me allow you guys to live in this illusion and fantasy of bullshit. But the real reality is chess never checkers. And why would somebody want to be surrounded by people that have secret feelings? Okay, so again, somebody could be analyzing, okay, are they out of position or are they insecure? And that's what somebody's looking at here. That's what I feel like here. At the workplace, who they work with, this could be who they get money with, who they chill with. What is this person seeing? Look, they're using their intuition. They're using their intuition, and somebody's getting downloads. Somebody is getting downloads. Yeah, they're getting downloads and they're getting some information. Yeah, telling them to raise their vibration, telling them to come out of this shit, come out of overindulging, come out of working with individuals who, are gossipers. This is insecure. This is a vulnerable energy. Somebody here is trying to heal at this very moment. Okay. You can't be vulnerable when you playing chess, child. Whether you a king or a queen, you can't be vulnerable around people who are a threat, who are a liability. So again, these are people who have a position, but what exactly is your position? Is your position a position of support and you're out of position because you don't understand? Or is your position to be a silent hater? Is your position to be somebody that can stab me in the back, set me up? And that's what somebody's looking at here in the workplace, people that they work with. Yeah, tell us more. Thank you. Amen. This is a businessman. This is somebody who's wealthy. Ooh, I heard how much wealth. Whew, that kind of wealth. Okay, because I heard how when I said this is a man who's wealthy, I heard how much wealth. So it must be a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. All right. A whole lot of money in this motherfucker. So we got a made man listen to their intuition type shit. Black God type shit. Where the money? I just was asking where the bag at. Okay. Somebody here, look, they weighing up the costs. I can't be surrounded by liabilities. I can't be surrounded by people that are in a position, out of position. I can't have people claiming positions and they're out of position. So I tell y'all what, I'm going to put the person that I trust, the person that I believe in, and the person that I know is an asset in position. Because I'm called in divine timing to make moves, and I gotta have somebody in position, and y'all out of position. That's what I feel like here. Look, twin flame. Let me go get the person because remember we saw heartbreak. You stood solid even when you was broken. So somebody's like, okay, somebody's being guided intuition to raise their vibration and to go get their person because they surrounded by some liability. Look, I told y'all. Look what they surrounded by. People that attempt to clip their wings and betray them. Someone's close to you is preying on your downfall. Be aware, child, because you being celestial activated at this time, and people are trying to project on you. It says it says protection because people are trying to send you psychic attacks and projecting on you, clipping your wings. Whoever I'm talking to, this is the season of position. So as you are getting into position, you need to analyze those people around you that are out of position and ask, are you out of position because you don't understand? Or are you out of position because you really want to set me up? Or you really want to be a liability? Because that's what somebody here is analyzing. A made man, self-made. This could be your twin flame if you believe in that. Could be your soul partner. Take it as it resonates. Somebody is definitely over this overindulging. I heard clique. So this is a clique of individuals they get money with or they work with or they employ. All right. And spirit is saying it's their karma. It's the person's karma. It was their karma to get with these people. It was their karma to meet these people. It was this person's karma. And somebody's getting activated. That's what it took to activate this person. It took for this person to meet these individuals or to connect with these individuals in order for them to see something about their connection and also something about people that was trying to clip their wings. Could be you or the person in your energy here. That's what I'm picking up. Position. Miss Charlotte said, I'm in position. Okay, period. Okay, period. Tell me about this twin flame. I heard journey, yin yang, pulling of the heartstrings. You guys have a soul mission going on here. So this person does have some regret that they didn't offer you this. They have regret that they didn't offer you this proposal here. So this is an ex collective. This is an ex that wants to be loyal. that wants to come back around, that got some karma, being around certain people in their life and stuff. But what are you going to do? Okay. So for some of you, you're this made man, made woman, and you want to double back. You regret not giving somebody a proper proposal. You're trying to get back in position. I can see that here. Okay. So this is somebody's story, collective, that's in your energy. Don't necessarily mean that's what you have to accept or that's what you have to do or be about. Okay. You have your own free will and your own decision making. There's abundance out here though. So I'm gonna see what the collective wants to do, because although I seen twin flame, I also seen soulmate. Some of you guys could have a soulmate. All right. Look, that's a healer, or you're a healer. It says you are a natural healer, or your person is, sword of truth, and that's the truth. Whoever you are, I guess this ex is trying to come back and get into position, see you stepping in your position of truth. So what I just gave you was either somebody's story here that's resonating, or somebody that's in your energy collective, because you are a natural healer. You're a truth teller and you are the truth. So please use your discernment and take the roles as they resonate to you. Don't try to make a story fit. That's not your story. Some of you are healers. Okay. And the sword of truth is that you are new. You have come into this energy of abundance and inheritance. That's why the abundance and the overflow is out here. So while we see a man that's lost, Charlotte, thank you for that gift. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. While we see a man that's lost, or a woman for that matter, that's lost because they didn't make you an offer, because they didn't come that doesn't mean anything. That's why I tell you guys, don't get ahead of the reading to flow with me, because now here comes the collective. For some of you, you're that man or that woman, and you regret not making somebody an offer that, that has been activated, or they're in position. Somebody's in a position. For others of you, you are in position as the healer, as the truth. You're in position. So you got people wanting to come back around. Yeah, because look, baby, you in your spiritual inheritance, in your position. Do you understand? Sitting on your motherfucking throne, on your couch, on your daybed, wherever. That's where you are, child. Listen. And now people want to be loyal to you. Why? Because you in position. You in position. Look, lost boy got wisdom. He knows it's your time. See, whoever that made man or whoever that ex is, they know it's your time. See, I said it's somebody's chessboard. It's his chessboard. That's why we was able to see the story from his point of view. But now this is your chessboard. You understand? Do you see how the energy just shifted? Now, this is your chessboard, because you have a chessboard too. And you using your wisdom here when it comes to this person. You understand? You're using your wisdom when it comes to this person, because you need loyalty. You want loyalty. You know that you're on the come up, and there's something about this twin flame. You recognize that you were supposed to send this person through the dark night of the soul. Whoever I'm talking to, you recognize exactly what your position in this person's life was, and it's no more or no less than that. Your position was to come in and activate this person. That's why we have to understand, we're not everybody's man, everybody's woman. I'm not everybody's wife. I have the gift and the abilities to activate you, but I'm not for you. I'm not everybody's thing. I'm not. And you're not either. Because we know a lot of men that like to do Captain Save a Hoe. Y'all are not everybody's assignment, and we are not everybody's assignment. So whoever you are, the reason that you are in your position is because you understand that you are a healer and that you are here to activate people. And this is new to people. This is new to people because now you're in position. Maybe before you weren't in position. Maybe before you didn't know about your position. Maybe before you didn't know about your purpose. Maybe before you wasn't clear as to exactly what you were here for. But now that you are in position, motherfuckers want to double back. You the topic of the conversation. Or you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling like here. Yeah, it's your time. You are the Phoenix Rising. You are a natural healers. Okay. Okay. So what's going on? Yeah, look, chosen 144 with a double mission. It's like, listen, here's the game. Here's the game at the bottom of the day. At the bottom of the day. If you got a chessboard and I got a chessboard, play your chessboard for your win, but play it wanting me to win. Play it being aligned with other people's chessboards that's winning. Just because you playing your game the best way that you playing, and I got mine set up the best for me, don't mean we got to be arch enemies. That's why I feel like we're shifting to your chessboard, because why wouldn't you want to be loyal to the collectives? So I feel like whoever you are, your energy is like you accept this person's loyalty, but you expect them to play the game accordingly with who you are to them now, not who you was to them before. Because you got your own chess game. You got people that gonna rely on your healing. You're some type of truth out here, and you're some type of goddess. You got a bigger position. So this person is in their best bet is to choose to be loyal, and anybody else. Anybody else that comes across you, anybody else that comes across whoever you are would be a fool not to choose loyalty to the energy of the chosen divine beings. You'd be a fool to be disloyal to this energy. So I feel like the collective, you setting up this chessboard, like, look, I can heal you. I'm willing to activate you. I'm willing to heal you. I'm willing to help you transmute energy. I'm willing, but I am not willing to take you back at knowing what we've been through. We have to accept each other for where we are and move forward. You're a healer. I'm here to heal. And that's going to cause people to be humble, because it's like, okay, y'all going to have to know that that person is not going to um humble themselves to be what you think they should be to you because you need their healing. If you're somebody that needs healing, respectfully humble yourself and go into the process of getting the healing. Okay? We see somebody's lost out here. Okay? We see it. We know many people, if they really were honest with themselves, they're spiritually lost, mentally lost. Their soul is lost. You have some wisdom through life's experiences that could help people out. Y'all don't like wise people. Y'all don't like to listen to people who have been through life circumstances. But them are the people that can get you out. You're lost, remember? So it would only make sense to be loyal here. The chessboard is set up for you. Yeah. Somebody is like, choose. Because the collective has already chosen. What people need to understand, we as the collective have already chosen to get into position as the chosen. You understand? We've already made our choice. We've already stepped into position. We already listening to our intuition, getting downloads and following our guides. We're already in position. Now, how you want to deal with us? How y'all want to, now that, because y'all coming across us, y'all y'all coming across us. How do y'all want to deal with this? This is what the energy is saying to this lost person. How you want to deal with them? How you want to deal with her? How you want to deal with them? Because they already chosen. They already tapped in. They already got the spiritual inheritance. They already got they already tapped into the land. The universe has already shown you that they're the phoenix rising. They gonna keep on rising over whatever y'all keep trying to put in their way, stumbling blocks, obstacles, whatever y'all, they gonna keep on motherfucking rising, reinventing themselves, every motherfucking time you think you gonna come with some bullshit. So now that y'all at the crossroads realizing this, what you gonna do? Somebody's at a rock. What you gonna do? How are y'all gonna play this hand here? Because you got your chess game and the collective got their chess game. But I want you to remember that the collective is the sword of truth. The collective's the truth and the chosen. And that's the game the collective's playing. So how y'all want to deal with us? Yeah, make a break. Yeah. Somebody's like, you the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, because somebody's in darkness. They don't have a motherfucking clue. And what y'all gonna realize as chosen individuals, it don't matter what these people own, drive, or how much money is in their bank account. These people cannot see. They don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know what's coming. They can't read and get no type of intuitive downloads. They don't trust their intuition. They have no relationship with their ancestors. They definitely ain't listening to their guides. They're going to need your light. Trust me. Didn't we hear it's a blackout? Because remember, 3D and 5D alignment. Listen to me. When you guys start seeing shit happen, 3D, I want you to always remember Maisha teaches us alignment. Everybody's talking about these blackouts, right? Blackout, 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 right? Why would we give a fuck about a blackout when we the light? We can see in the darkness, all jokes aside. And that's spiritually, right? So you know, if we're the light in dark places, this is a metaphor. The blackout is a metaphor for when spiritual situations go on in this world and you don't have a fucking clue. It's a blackout. You ain't gonna know what to do. It's a blackout. And the collective will be the light. And we'll be the ones lighting your way. So how you want to deal with us? How you want to deal with us? Because we might be a little rough around the edges. We might not have it all together. But how you want to deal with us? Because we the ones tied to the land. Now, I done gave y'all enough game for the day, child. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, y'all. But I feel like that could be y'all's question, especially those of you that are in position. And when I say position, I mean position. Asking people, how you want to handle us? Because this is a make or break season. They either going to boss up or they going to fail. But it ain't you, because you are in position. Okay? That's your energy reading. You guys stay in position, child. I think y'all in the best position ever. I'm telling you, cutting through the bullshit. Look, I think y'all in the best. When you know who you are, when you know what your purpose is, when you know that you've been put here for a bigger mission, when you tied into the ancestors and the angel guides, and you understand it's bigger than that, you cut through all the bullshit, because at the end of the day, you're tied to something older than anything these people worship. You're tied to something older than the system, the government, the United States of America Incorporated, LLC, right? You guys are tied into the land and the ancestral legacy that has been here since the beginning of time. That's position. Get connected to what's in position. All right, that's your reading. Yeah, they're gonna regret it. They're gonna regret not giving you that offer, child. He's in regret. She'll be in regret, because you're gonna play your own chessboard. Okay? Yeah. Look, whoever that person was that danced with the devil, they're on their healing journey, and they need your healing. They need your healing. This person needs to practice self-love. Yeah. And I feel like you're gonna give it to them. You're going to send them good energy. You're not going to chastise this person. Maybe not. If y'all are following me, please stay off my Facebook, okay? Because my fake book is a place. It's a dangerous place. It's like we be at the club, and everything. It's like I'm in my childhood days. So y'all stay off my fake book, because I be in them streets, okay? And that's the only place I could be in the streets at. So uh, over here is where we do healing, okay? On Facebook, we in the streets, okay? And we play gangster music, okay? So y'all stay off my Facebook and y'all stay here, okay? so that we could heal together. We can get this we can get this justice through intuitive guidance, you guys, because I want you guys to get your justice. All right. These lost individuals, child, they better figure out how they gonna deal with you, child. That's what they gonna do. They gonna figure out how they gonna deal with you. I'd be real careful if I was them. That was a good ass read. And I ain't even gonna lie. Position. Stay in position, collective. I'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Until next time, make sure you guys are checking out the membership section where you can find videos and replays of our lives like this one. This one will be available on the membership section. No, I did say I was going to leave this one public. So I'm going to leave this one public. All right. And I'm also going to be dropping other videos. So make sure you guys check the video section and short section out as well. Thank you so much for that $19.99. I appreciate you so much, Miss Charlotte. Thank you for that donation, and all of you who have donated and support this channel. I appreciate you so much. Have a beautiful weekend and stay in fucking position, you guys. Bye-bye.